Hi, I'm Mike Perkins from CarGurus, and this is the 2016 IS200T, Lexus's newest offering in the primarily German-dominated luxury sports sedan field. It's a hell of a fun car to drive, but the real question is, can it stand up to competitors like the A4, the C-Class, and the legendary 3 Series? Let's hit the road and find out.
This particular model is equipped with the F Sport package, which gets you a full mesh grille, a unique front bumper with functional brake ducts, some staggered width 18-inch wheels with summer tires, and some interior treatments as well. You get aluminum pedals, these heated and ventilated sports seats, and a trick instrument cluster that moves back and forth. Now, I drove the RC350 earlier this year, and the F Sport package with that model came with an adaptive suspension, which easily matched the offerings from Audi and BMW, but here the ride is very stiff. You know, on smooth pavement, it's great, especially when you match it with this really nicely weighted steering, but for commuting or city driving, that's just going to be much too rough. There's a lot of bumping and crashing here. It would be very, very tiring. One advantage it does have is the direct shift 8-speed transmission here is a big improvement over the 6-speed that's offered in the all-wheel drive RC350. This one was developed for the RCF, and it's quick and it's smooth. The only issue is when you're taking off from a stop. There's a big delay. Even with it in sport mode and putting your foot all the way to the floor, there's a good couple of seconds before you hit peak torque. And that's frustrating in a supposedly sporty car. You don't get that from the Turbo 4s from BMW and Audi. At speed, it's totally confident, especially with these paddle shifters, but takeoffs just aren't that exciting. There's a lot to love. This stylish analog clock, the contrast stitching everywhere. Even the fake carbon fiber trim isn't bad, but there's still a lot of hard plastic around. It's the contrast that gets me. The mode select dial has this nice brushed metal finish, but it's surrounded by hard plastics that are painted to look like metal, and so it just ends up looking even worse by comparison. This car is totally livable. The back seat is usable for actual adults. The turning radius is impressively tight at just over 34 feet. The trunk capacity is nearly 14 cubic feet. Really, my only other complaint is this touchscreen interface here. It's really imprecise, and when I try to use it, the cursor is just all over the screen. And there's no hard back button to correct mistakes, so it just ends up being really dangerous to use while driving, and the voice command system isn't that much better. Given that you have to pay like $2,600 for the privilege, I'd say just pass for now.
So with all that, the IS200T isn't fully ready to stand up to its competitors. That said, it's a hell of an improvement over the IS250. And as much as I love the wheels and the grille and the sports seats, I would stay away from the F Sport package, especially if you're planning on doing any commuting. It's just too unrefined for daily use. Hey, thanks for watching. There's a lot more to say about this little Lexus, so hit the link in the description to go over to cargurus.com.